What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got the 14th IPL match of the season to review. The Mumbai Indians, well, they go down to the Kolkata Knight Riders, who are just on fire at the moment. Can't be said for Mumbai though, because I think this is their third game now, Mumbai, and they don't have a win yet. So it's concerning stuff early here for CSK, Mumbai, DC, even RCB if you want to go that far. I mean, there's a few teams down the bottom there that I don't think anyone really expected. Now, it is early, but you can only go off what we've got in front of us. And it's that Kolkata, Rajasthan, these sort of teams are near the top for a reason. So, hey, well, I'm not going to waste any more time. If you guys like IPL, subscribe. You like cricket, just subscribe. We're going to get straight into the review because there are some huge things to talk about. And there is no other bigger thing in this game to talk about than the Australian captain himself, Pat Sir Cum Express. The Cum Express, the Cum man himself, Cummins, Cum boy, whatever you want to goddamn call the Patrick man, Patrick Starfish, Mr. Cummins. That's what I'll be calling him. Yeah, 2 for 49 or 4 overs. That's okay bowling. But then he just hits a lazy 56 not out of 15 deliveries. He equals the fastest 50 in IPL history, equaling KL Rahul's 50 of 14 balls. He also hit 50 of 14 balls. And he was 1 centimetre away on the boundary from hitting the quickest 50. It would have been off 13 deliveries if he was able to clear the rope, but it counted as a 4. So they did him dirty. They did the man Cummins really dirty, because it would have been the quickest 50 in IPL history. And I think for an Australian to hold that record, not only an Australian, but a goddamn fast bowler to hold that record is incredible. And he goes down in history books now. He single-handedly gets Kolkata over the line with the bat. And he's going to go down in history books. And Kolkata fans, this is what you've been missing. This is why you needed Patrick Cummins back. And this is just what he does. This is why you pay big price for him, because he does stuff like this that he can do on a regular basis. So you've done all of Australia proud this morning, Mr. Patrick. All right, into the scorecard. Mumbai Indians into bat first. Kolkata won the toss and, of course, said, we will have a chase. Because if you're not chasing in the IPL, you're clearly doing something wrong. Every team, if you win the toss, yeah, we'll have a field. There's no if or buts about it unless the pitch is massively in favour. You're always going to have a bowl first, especially in T20. All right, the Mumbai Indians. Total of 161. Rohit Sharma, he just can't score at the moment, the skipper. 3 off 12 is putrid. But not only that, he just played a really average shot to get out as well. He just seemed like, I've had enough of this shit. I'm just going to try and smack it. It'll either go for 6, for 4, or it'll go straight up in the air. And it was the third option. It went straight up in the air. Sam Billings runs back, takes a great catch. And their captain's gone for 3. Ishan Kishan just couldn't get away either. 14 off 21. And who they have to thank for that? Umesh Yadav, Cummins, these, and Chakravarti. I see his name here as well. Cummins was getting swing. He was getting plenty of bounce and pace. And I thought, where has this been for the other bowlers? All of a sudden, Pat Cummins starts bowling and the pitch is swinging. It's bouncing again. It's coming through quick. But and Umesh Yadav seems to get that same bounce and pace, but no other paceman in the league can get this sort of pace and sort of bowling at the moment. So their biggest strength at Kolkata is their bowling attack, especially after adding Pat to it. It's really hard to bat to. Dewald Brevis makes his IPL debut, of course, baby AB. And really impressive in his first innings. 29 off 19, 2 4s, 2 6s. 2 of the 6s that he hit were simply incredible. And one of the 4s as well just fell short of it being a 6. But if you didn't believe the hype around this kid, you should now, because just some of those shots he played were just outrageous. And you can see why they call him Baby AB de Villiers, because he can go 360 parts of the ground very, very comfortably. He looks like AB de Villiers the way he strikes the ball. Look, he's a little bit taller, I would say, and a little bit maybe athletically gifted. I mean, it's not like you have to be athletically gifted to be a superstar batsman. But AB was just a small little stocky guy who was just an absolutely legendary batsman. And now you've got Dewald Brevis, who is the same, but probably is going to have more shots in his trick bag and Like, if South Africa, they've got some exciting prospects to look forward to in Dewald Brevis especially. I mean, you got someone like Marco Jansen as well, who's taking Rabada and Geedy, Keegan Peterson, the young test batsman. Like, South Africa have got some exciting young crop coming through at the moment. And I think it's exciting when South Africa cricket is good. You remember all of those battles with Morne Morkel. I don't know why his name was the first one, but Philander, Stain. I'm not going to sit here and reel off the whole 11, but Jacques Callis, like all of these legendary names, cricket is better when SA is better. Suryakumar Yadav, 52 off 36. Is this his first game back, I think, as well? So comes back, makes an impact. He just sews their batting order up. Before Brevis was playing and before Yadav was back in the team, they were playing Varma up at, 3 and 4. They had all these other names in there, picking spots, filling holes. Tim David as well, who's been dropped from the team. Of course, Suryakumar Yadav comes straight in, and Brevis should have been playing since the first game, if I'm going to be honest. But they look a lot stronger, Mumbai. So yes, you took a loss, but there's a lot of positives to come out of this game, I still think. For Mumbai, Tilak Varma, who's been moved down the order to number 5, he still did exactly what he's been doing. 38 off 27, 3 fours, 2 sixes. He's as exciting as it gets in the IPL. And, I think the one thing that everyone loves to look at the most is exciting young prospects. That's what not only gets the fans excited, but it makes the whole league, take notice on these younger kids and how good they are. And to have 2 of them in one team of Varma and Dewald Brevis just makes Mumbai Indians a must-watch every single time they run out there on the field. It is very exciting, especially for these 2 to be in the same team and make an impact with the team. He was not out as well, Varma, so very good stuff there. And Kieron Pollard just came out and said, look, I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. He faced 5 deliveries and put it for 22, 3 sixes, strike rate of 440, ladies and gentlemen. That's just what Kieron Pollard will do. And for that matter, that's just what any West Indian batsman can do. All of them have just this amazing IQ, not just for cricket, but for just hitting the ball as hard as possible and middling it. They're just incredible. And this is why they're my favourite other country. Obviously I love, the IPL and I love watching Australia, India. I love watching New Zealand play cricket as well. But the West Indies, they're up there as my favourite as well team to play. And just in any format, they are all of these legends that are still playing. It's so good to see. Dan Sams did not get to bat. It's good to see him still in the team though. But once we get into the bowling figures, people might not think that either. All right, the bowling though for Kolkata, Umesh Yadav, 1 for 25 off 4. He's still bowling really, really well. Rafiq Salam, none for 18 off 3. Now, I did see they made this change. I don't know much about this guy, if anything. In fact, before the game last night, I hadn't heard about him once. Should I look him up? Fuck it, we'll do it. All right, I got my phone out here. My phone's here, so let's look it up. I don't know where he's from, if he's played much. Rafiq Salam. Here we go. It comes up straight away. He is a cricket... Well, that's obvious. He's 21. Okay. He's a right arm fast, obviously. We've seen that. Yep. So this was his debut. This was his very first IPL game. And he's only played a handful of first-class games as well, where he's actually been quite good in first class. 2 matches. Has taken 7 wickets. Economy of 3. Okay. I see you, Rafiq Salam. Salami, can I call you that? Maybe not. Maybe. We'll agree on a nickname later, but hey, well done. Well done. None for 18 off 3. 6 economy rate. It's a decent showing in your first game. You don't get hit for many runs, but you don't take a wicket. I think that's okay. Paddy Cummins as well, though. 2 for 49 off 4. Look expensive. He had one really expensive over there against... Was it the last one against Pollard? It might have been. Or was that Narayan who bowled? I can't remember who bowled that last over to Pollard. But yeah, Cummins, 49 runs, not great, but he takes 2 wickets. He took 2 pretty big wickets as well. Suryakumar Yadav and the man Ishan Kishan. It doesn't really get bigger than that in the Mumbai team of wickets, especially the way Sharma's playing at the moment. Sunil Narayan, none for 26 off 4. Varun Chakravarti, 1 for 32 off 4. And the big Dre Russ, none for 9 off 1. So, hey, a target of 161, pretty chaseable. You know, it was a decent pitch for batting, especially batting second. You would have much rather batted second on this pitch, just due to all the early bounce and pace that the bowlers were getting through Cummins, and all that. You know, you don't want to be batting first on that sort of pitch in a T20, because by the time you get ready to go, there's about 2 overs left. So, you know, it's a good toss to win always in the IPL. All right, the Knight Riders, though, they had 161 to get the W, well, 162 to get the win. Did they make any changes? Obviously, Cummins came back in, and Salam obviously came in. So, yes, they did make 2 changes. Who went out of this team? I can't notice. Look, the amount of games I cover and the amount of 11s and changes, I always forget who comes in and out and who was there before. Forgive me. All right, Kolkata. Ajinkya Rahane gone for 7. He had that good first game, just hasn't been able to really emulate what he did in that first game. So, you know, I don't know if Kolkata have any backup openers on their team. I can't really think of anyone that'll come in and make a better impact, I guess, at the top than Rahane. But does Rahane have to play as an opening batsman? Is that the only way he can play in the team? Why can't you move Sam Billings to the top of the order, or move Nitish Rana to open? Or maybe you open with the captain Iyer and the other Iyer, and then you have Rahane at maybe 4, Rana at 3. I mean, I just wish teams would change their, just batting positions just a little bit. It can always help so much. But hey, Venkatesh Iyer, 50 not out of 41, was out there to finish the job. 6 fours, 1 6. Just a really tempered innings. He didn't try and do too much fancy stuff. He just was out there trying to get nothing but the win. He didn't care about how his shots looked, how his runs looked, how many balls he had to face. He just said, I don't care. 50 off 41, and that is a very tempered and controlled innings. Because there were a very few loose deliveries that were bowled to him, and he could have easily had a swing at a lot of them. He just said, you know what, just put it along the ground, keep it on the ground, and we can either run 2 or it'll go for 4. A really good knock from Venkatesh Iyer. One of the most impressive knocks I've seen him play. You know, he's had some great innings, especially last season. But under pressure, you know, when you're losing wickets around you through Rana, Billings, like, you need someone to stay calm. And he did that. And, yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Almost could have been man of the match if Pat Cummins didn't do one of the most craziest things we've ever seen. Sam Billings, 17 off 12. Look, got going, hit 2 sixes, and then just skied one out to the deep. Nitish Rana gone for 8. Dre Russ gone for 11 off 5. That's, yeah, what he does. 1 4, 1 6. He either goes on and scores another 200 runs, or he will go out in the next ball. It's just what happens with the big man Dre Russ. But here we go. This is what I've been wanting to talk about. Pat motherfucking Cummins. 56 not out off... 56 not out, all right? You got that? Pretty good, yeah? He did it off 15 balls, 4 fours, 6 sixes. Now, it's not like it was absolutely horrible Mumbai Indian bowling. It was just pure ability of just Pat Cummins just saying, fuck this. You know, this ball is going. Like, you're going to go fetch, mate. And yes, there was a few loose ones. Maybe some deliveries weren't as full. Well, especially in the last over, there were a few deliveries that were not full enough, that were too short, were easy to pick up under. There wasn't much change of variation either, so... But they're just learning curves, you know, for Daniel Sams and the Mumbai Indians bowling. But just incredible hitting. If you did not watch the highlights last night and you just want to watch what Pat Cummins did, I'm sure you can find the video on Twitter or YouTube or somewhere of Pat Cummins just destructive batting. It is simply incredible, and still can't believe what I witnessed last night. You know, this is something that Cummins can do every now and then. He did it I think in 2020 for the IPL, he won a game off his own bat. He did it in the Big Bash League also, about like 4 or 5 years ago. He was batting with, who was he batting with? It was either Joss Butler or Owen Morgan. I think it was Joss Butler. And Joss Butler hit a 6 off the last ball, but Pat Cummins during that game hit like 49 off 20 deliveries or something ridiculous like that. It's just what he can do. He just has this undeniable capability of hitting the ball and hitting it a long way. And all of Australia is waking up this morning, except for me. watched it live, just built different. But, everyone's waking up this morning in Australia thinking, cool. There's not many, believe it or not, there is not a whole lot of IPL fans in Australia. So, just to get this on the front page of the newspaper in Australia, it's going to be big time news in Australia. It's going to be everywhere. Any sort of cricket fans, but they're not IPL fans, well, they're going to be paying attention to the IPL now. It brings more eyes to the league. It's such a good thing, not just for Australians and for KOLKATA and for Cummins. It's good for the entirety of IPL fan base in Australia, which just grows every single year, which makes me happy. So, hey, Cummins, well done. You've done something amazing, and we all love you so much, Mr. Pat. Right, into the Mumbai bowlers. Where did it all go wrong? Basil Tampi, look, he had that first great game, then had a bad game, and now he backs it up with a solid game. None for 15 off 3. I think that's okay. Dan Sams, though, wow. Oh, Daniel. You just can't do that, mate. Look, 1 wicket, that's great. That's awesome. You take a wicket, that's a great thing. 50 runs, though. And one of them being the winning over for KOLKATA is just not acceptable. And whether or not you say Dan Sams is not good enough to play in the IPL, that's sure. Have your own opinion. Do I think Dan Sams is still good enough to play in the IPL? Absolutely. I think he's a great lower order batsman, but he's just bowling really, really poor at the moment. And I think he needs to stop trying to do what he does in Australia, in India, because they're two completely different conditions. In Australia, you can change your variations. You can bowl these knuckle balls, you can bowl these slower balls, these off cutters, and these, full tosses. But in India, the ball comes to you a lot slower. It's not when it hits the pitch, it's going to slow down a little bit to you. It's not going to swing as much in Australia, is it? So he just needs to just focus and tinker his bowling a little bit. He needs to start bowling just what every Australian does in India, every fast bowler. If you're a fast bowler and you're in India, just do what you do best. Bowl fucking fast. Someone has to tell Dan Sams, stop trying to mix up your deliveries. Stop trying to, throw in these random knuckle balls when, at the end of the day, they've got you in to bowl fast and to be a capable late order hitter. So, Jasprit Bumrah, none for 26 off 3. Look, I mean, he actually bowled kind of decent. And one weird thing that I did notice now, look, yes, I know KOLKATA finished the runs in 16 overs, but why did Rohit Sharma not bowl out one of his strike bowlers? Why do you not bowl out a Murugan Ashwin, a Tymal Mills? These are the guys who took 4 wickets. Even Bumrah should have bowled his last over. Tampi was bowling well. You should have bowled him another over instead of throwing the ball back to Dan Sams, who, is he reliable in the depth over? When the match is on the line, who would you rather give the ball to? Okay? I want you to comment right now if you are listening to this. Who would you rather bowl in clutch time overs when the game is on the line? Option 1, Basil Tampi, who is none for 15 off 3. Pretty good, but I'd probably give him a miss. Daniel Sams, who at that point was like 1 for 20, I think, off 2, which was okay. Jasprit Bumrah, you're one of the best bowlers in the world. India's greatest fast bowler in who knows how long. IPL king and a legend. Do you give him the ball when he's bowled okay? I would have thought so. That would have been my first pick for sure. Tymal Mills, who's got 2 wickets, 2 for 38 off 3. Look, I'm not even a Tymal Mills fan. You guys know that. I don't think he's this superstar bowler, but he has bowled well this tournament so far, so I will give him his credit. He is bowling quite well. I would have rather give him the ball than Dan Sams. Tymal Mills has got plenty of experience. Tilak Varma bowled 1 over. Look, obviously you're not giving him the ball. And Murugan Ashwin, yes, it is a massive risk to throw the spinner the ball in the last 4 overs of the game, especially when you've got Cummins and Iyer out there who are still hitting big. But even then, Ashwin could have came out there. They could have went to go tonk him. He bowls 1 good delivery. Ball goes up in the air. Cummins is out for 5. And Mumbai go on and comfortably win this. So it's just a few decisions that I didn't understand from Rohit Sharma. Why you wouldn't try and at least bowl out one of your bowlers. Especially Bumrah. It just made no sense to me why Bumrah did not bowl 4. Maybe Rohit Sharma expected the match to go longer. He didn't expect Pat Cummins to hit 200 runs off 2 balls, did he? But you've got to prepare. And I think that's, something that they'll think about for the next game. And I think Bumrah might be getting bowled out next game. I think that might be a note. Please bowl Bumrah out fully. And also, if you can hear this little buzzing noise in the background, I'm sorry. That is my fridge that has decided it would like to wake up and is now, I don't know, is it breaking? Can you guys hear it through the mic? If you can't, then forget what I'm saying. But if you can hear it, it is very annoying. So apologies for that. Please just try and ignore it while I finish off this video. All right, the table, KOLKATA sitting back on top. This table is still wrong, for fuck's sake. If you guys did not see my RCB... wait, who played yesterday? Was it RCB and fuck, I forgot. Rajasthan, of course. That game yesterday, the website had the table wrong, so I had to go to this website as well. So I guess I'm just going to start coming to the IPL website instead of keeping it on Google, because at least I know this website will always be correct. Here we go. Here's the right table. Should I move? No, I won't move my head yet. All right, KOLKATA on top with 3 and 1. Yeah, they're going really well. Rajasthan 2 and 1. They're looking very good. GT have only played the 2 games. 2 and 0. That's all you can ask for. Punjab, we're in 4th. 2 and 1 as well. You love to see it, don't you? You just love to see that. Punjab in the 4. LSG fit themselves into 5. They're 2 and 1. RCB are 2 and 1 at 6th. DC 1 and 1. They need to play another game, of course. CSK are 3 and 0. They wish. 0 and 3 down the bottom. Mumbai Indians are now 0 and 3 as well. Worrying. And SRH, they're last. So, look, if SRH do not finish last, I will stop hating on them. But if SRH finish last, then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to keep hating. That's my only one rule. Yeah, I know some SRH fans would love for me to praise them and talk good about them, but until they do something good, I can't. I am trying my best to be supportive of SRH and back them in. I want to see Markram, Williamson. I want to see Puran hit a bunch of runs. I want to see Natarajan take 4 wickets. I want to see all these good players do well. But they have to do it before I can praise them. Hey, that is true. Now, what's the other one? The schedule. We got to check the schedule. What is on tonight? I think it's a double header tonight. So, look, long night of cricket coming up. Oh, shit, it isn't. Oh, we play tonight. Nice. Damn, why couldn't we get the... Oh, no, these are different games. Damn it. I thought we had a double header tonight, but we don't. Damn. Friday, 12... Okay, no, there is no double header tonight. Damn. Oh, we have a double header tomorrow, though. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, no, we have a double header the day later. Look, the dates get really confusing sometimes, guys. It's not easy. Especially when I'm trying to convert from IST time to then my time here. There's so many times I can't even remember. So we got LSG versus Delhi. Okay. Delhi need a win. LSG are going pretty well. This should be a great game. And then tomorrow, Punjab Kings versus the Gujarat Titans. Whoever wins this, it's going to be a big game. Titans haven't lost. Punjab, we're 2 and 1. Huge game there. So let's hope we get across. CSK, SRH. At least one of these teams will eventually have its first win because they're going to play against each other. Now, I love CSK, I love Jadeja, I love Gaikwad, I love Dhoni, I love CSK. But wouldn't it be funny to see Sunrisers Hyderabad beat CSK and CSK go 0 and 4? Now, that would be kind of funny. But in saying that, they probably won't. So who knows what will happen. But hey, that will cap it off, guys. Tonight's game, LSG, Delhi Capitals. KOLKATA get the win. Pat Cummins is a star. And that's all I've got for you. Hey, that will cap it off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.